Listen in Colour. Hi everyone, welcome to Listen in Colour with me, Rachel Walker-Mason. Before you watch this video, make sure first you have watched my video of REN'S Vincent Sunflowers Prologue, because that precedes this in terms of storytelling, and the link is just up here.
And for you my lonely heart is calling. Each night I love you more and more. Day and night I seem to dream about you. I sing to you, I sing to you. Bless your heart, I just can't live without you. So come out and meet me, honey,
Okay, oh my goodness. So we're 1 minute 12 in, and musically not much has happened yet, but I feel like I have gained so much from this story. So towards the end of the Sunflowers prologue, it goes into a section where Ren's in a bar and it's playing that music very quietly behind, that kind of thing I described as like a wartime kind of 40s song. And so that bit is here in this section as well, but instead of it going into the section that follows it in the last video, it goes into a completely different bit and into a bit where he's coming out of a pub, and it's much more the Ren guitar style that I'm used to. It's got that kind of slightly Spanish kind of beautiful playing, and there's something about his playing that makes it feel like it's a lute, like something about that that's got a very traditional kind of like John Dowland kind of. I used to sing a lot of lute songs because I used to be well, a classical singer, but I did a lot of early music stuff because I've got a lighter voice. So I did a lot of Dowland lute songs. If you know, you know. And the style of his playing here is very much like that. And they are kind of ballads that tell you somebody's story in a few verses. It's got very much got that feel. Sting actually did, about 15 years ago now, did a whole album of Dowland lute songs on his guitar with him singing, which was really good. And it kind of reminds me of this because it's not a lute and not a early music voice. It's a more modern voice with guitar, but it still has that essence. And it's really clever bit of storytelling. And it kind of harkens back to kind of old, kind of Shakespearean style storytelling, and the songs that are within Shakespeare's plays have this style of song in them. I've done quite a few of those before. And that style of music is quoted in the very famous series Blackadder, that is one of my favourite series of all time. And they have a musician in it who plays all the music at the end of the show and does it with a lute and just his storytelling about what happened in the episode to Blackadder. And it's really funny. It's a kind of thing that is part of British or English culture from centuries ago, and we almost kind of mock it as a kind of classic way of storytelling. And there's a lot of hey nonny no kind of things in it. It's part of who we are, but I love that Ren is using that so cleverly to signal that he's going to tell you an epic story without telling you anything first. He is just so clever that he knows all of this. Genius. Right, I want to see what he does. Now, he snatched a guitar from a red-haired man with a beard. I'm assuming that's Vincent. We talked in the last video about whether it is Vincent van Gogh or it's just a coincidence. But sunflowers and self-portrait and somebody ginger called Vincent, you tend to think Van Gogh, don't you? Let's see.
I will drink till I'm sick to my stomach. I'm sick of the same boring songs. I am sick of these pavements I find myself on. Great Britain, I hate you. I'll say that with pride. It's my right to be violent when you fed me lies. I'm a rotter, a menace when I want to be, and I'll work for that right because nothing comes free. I have slaved all my life in a dull 9 to 5. I just rinse and repeat while I'm barely alive. Great Britain, I loathe you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you've done to me.
Blimey. I love this. It is such dark storytelling. Britain, I hate you with murderous glee. I will do to this country what you did to me. Wow. Those are not the stories of Shakespeare. This is very much the modern, what do we call it? Bardcore, which is literally the best term I've ever heard, because it is. And it's very much England, Britain now, being talked about now in a style that was Britain then. It's like how they talk about Hamilton, with it being America now, telling the story of America then. It's very clever, very, very clever. And I just love how these are filmed, like wandering through these back streets. It's just genius. I want to know who this character is. Who is Vincent? So Ren is what, in his 30s in real life? He always looks like a teenager. He's got this really young face, but he's about 30. But I think he's playing a character that's older. He talks about I've struggled my whole life in this miserable job and feeling barely alive. So I'm assuming he's playing a character who is more in his 50s, 60s or something, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you know, guys.
You've done to me. Destroy. I want to tear apart these buildings from the cinder blocks they stand. Leave this town in dust and rubble. Make some trouble with my hands. I won't lie, I'm fucking wasted. But I wasted all my youth, and I've stayed so damn complacent. Getting wasted is my truth. So my style of self-expression is a fist into the gut. It's throwing up upon these pavements. Shut your fucking mouth, you slut. Banished angel, I am Lucifer. Might reign like Genghis Khan. Soon you will all know my name. I am the storm after the calm. I'm the victim of the victim list. The pill that makes you sick. I am chaos incarnate. Let's fucking have it then, you prick! Now the rules of the street fight are simple. It's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the
Oh, that was really clever. So he's kind of bumping into people and being really aggressive. It's kind of like a very angry young teenager, where they feel like the whole world's against them and they're on their own, and the world has given nothing to them, so they're just going to create chaos. And they're so full of rage, and they've got no outlet for it. They can't describe it. They can't get any support over it. They've got no one to talk to. There's a lot of very angry people in the world who feel like they've been dealt a really rough deal, and I understand how that how feeling like that can make you very kind of vengeful and aggressive. And he has written that so well, so well, that you kind of are nerved by the character, but you also really feel for them. You're like, oh yeah, they've not had a great time. And then he bumps into something, a really confrontational style of just walking around people, and he steals someone's cigarette and they're a bit like, what? And then he bumps into a couple in quite an aggressive way, and it seems just like a very minor thing, and those people are just going to wander off. But no, this chap has followed him, and now the lighting has changed, and this is Ren as Vincent, I think, talking about having a street fight. Now, this section so far reminds me of the 10 Duel Commandments from Hamilton, where it drops into there are 10 things you need to know, number 1 bit, and then it kind of comes out of the storytelling of why these two are going to have a fight, and the cast tell the audience what the rules are. You do this, then you do this, this, this. And so very similarly, Ren here is telling straight away, dead to the audience, basically in a street fight, there aren't really any rules. You just do what you want, which is not quite the same as the duels they used to have with pistols at dawn in America. This is not that either one are better or worse. They're just both awful. But this is really interesting. It's just a really clever little lighting change and change musically of direction. It's really clever. It's just so good. He plays so many characters and just changes, like flips so quickly. He's an amazing actor. Has he been in films or TV? And he should be in everything. Like, he's just so believable. Like, I would watch him and stuff. Let me know if he's been in anything other than his music videos, because this is a significant talent. Really is. Right, let's see what happens in this street fight. I don't think it's going to go well.
Simple, it's pretty much anything goes. Keeping the street pretty firm on your feet. It pays to be sweet on your toes. And fools they have fallen for clumsy mistakes. Late to react, cop the fist to the face. Now the rules of the street fight are simple. Break that little prick's nose. Throw a punch, you swallow it, follow it, grab the collar, quick hollow tip like karate kick, martial art master, spark a bitch, park a fist on the landing strip, carnage, it finds the cartilage, karma serve like a carbonated cola on the crucifix, kill. Vincent wanna kill, who blood gets spilled, move double that rude boy, kill or be killed, do it for the fun, blood, do it for the thrill, blue lights boy, run, blue lights boy, chill.
That section was unbelievable. I thought, right, he'll put the guitar down to do the fight. But no, he's doing this live, I'm assuming, because that's how he usually does things. He's playing the guitar and kind of running backwards and kicking, like karate kicking this guy, because he can't actually hit him. And then the guy is like swinging for him by the camera. It's kind of shot like Peep Show, if you know the British show Peep Show. It's a brilliant little storytelling technique that just changes the angle of things. So it's like Ren's hitting you, and so then he stabs him with the bottle. That was just incredible, like so good. Musically, he just kept absolutely steady on the beat, telling the story. It just
the floor, the cook to torment him. Hate the wolf spits on him, rapes him, hits him, kicks him when he's down, and that shapes him.
Goodness me. Like, he is one of the most incredible talents that I've heard in a really long time. A lot of people are talented, but they're doing the same kind of things as each other, and that's great. And the industry understands that. So they know where to put them on the radio. They know how to promote them. Ren very much just does his own thing, and that's why people don't discover him. And one of you really beautifully commented when I said on the High Ren video, I was like, how have I not heard of him before? One of you said, Ren finds you when you're ready for him to find you. And it's just exactly that. Exactly that. He's amazing. Right, let's see what happens next. This is like, oh, God, it's like a soap opera. It's just thrilling and terrifying and twists and turns. Oh my gosh.
It's him. He hears the sound of a copper, hot up on his tail proper, Vincent off his rocker. Bothered by the lie that Britain sold him, what a shocker. Where greedy eat the poor, a holy war, the chosen prosper. But some are never chosen, they stay frozen in the locker. Destined to survive in 9 to 5 and watch the clock, but don't think about reality, my little happy shopper. A brand new show on Netflix to distract you from the horror, and swallow all your morals for a retweet or a follow, and shadow ban the problem man, a soul for $1, and keep the fight amongst yourself, don't think about the squalor. The systems don't impose it or the rules that we all honour. And fuck it, Vincent cooked to boiling point, he's cannon fodder. So what's the use in running, he's already in the locker. He's careless with his actions now, a clumsy motherfucker. He turned to face his fate, cause fate's a bitch and none will stop her. Richard was an officer who stood at 6'3". Was his first day back at work after a time of absent leave. Working London on the night shift, what he didn't think he'd see was our boy with a guitar, bruised and battered on his knees. But Richard lived in caution now, tormented by his past. Not so quick to find a trigger, not so fast. But Richard was a righteous man who lived inside the law. So he leapt upon poor Vincent and he cuffed him to the floor.
Oh my goodness. This is just absolutely enthralling. It is. He talks about being comatose in life by, terrible things happening, but, entertainment will give us another Netflix series to kind of drown our sorrows in. I mean, ain't that the truth? It's like, oh, they're cold hard facts, aren't they, that we don't really want to hear. But Ren serves them to us in such a package that you're excited to hear them because it's Ren, but it makes you very uncomfortable. And I think that's why his songs aren't on the radio, on terrestrial radio, because people don't want to hear that. They want to hear nice things about going out dancing and being in love or breakup songs. That's what we are kind of programmed to listen to, kind of bite-size happy bits of life. This is not that. This is hardcore. And we do a lot of British gritty dramas. Like, we're really good at that. We're good at like cop shows and that kind of, we're very good at that. And this is a kind of a kind of take on that, but musically. It's very clever, very, very clever. And talking about this character Richard. So Richard's just come back from leave, and he's a bit cautious about making choices. So he cuffs Vincent. So I don't think we still know who Vincent is, but I know at the beginning of the Sunflowers Prologue, it starts with the news report, the TV report of 2 14-year-old kids being found dead, an alley from each other. Well, the girl is dead and the girl must be Jenny. And then the boy who's been taken to hospital in critical condition, who isn't dead yet, but I think he eventually does die, is Screech from Violet's Tale. So is Richard the policeman that shot Screech? And this is slightly later, and he's been on a leave of absence because he shot Screech and needed some time off, or perhaps it was an imposed time off because he got a bit trigger happy or something. I don't know. Is that who Richard is? Because I don't know whether I can't remember if we know the name of the policeman in the Jenny and Screech bit, but maybe this is who he is. Maybe. Wow. So there it ends, with Vincent pinned to the floor by Richard, and Richard's Tale is coming soon. And Richard's Tale is the one that came out a couple of days ago. So be prepared, because I'm going to react to that one very soon. Colour-wise in this one, I'm back to my usual Ren colours, which are kind of more dingy, like a kind of dirty greenish grey, a little bit yellowy, almost like a bruise, that kind of like a bruise that's healing. Those colours are usually what I see when I hear Ren's music, that it's very gritty and it's very dark. It's not pretty, it's not polished, it's just absolutely hardcore. Um, and those are the colours that I mostly see in this one, because it's telling you this really dark story of this person that's been through an awful time and is now making choices that he thinks it doesn't matter anymore because he's already, worthless and things. It's yeah, it feels really hopeless. The color palette is just kind of heavy and sad, which is really interesting to see what the next part does if the color palette changes in Richard's Tale. Please remember to like, subscribe, share and comment, and check back in soon for the next part of this epic Ren saga. Have a colourful day!
Listen in